Hey everyone, Dr. Dan here, and in this brief video tutorial I'm going to show you how to get the completed code for the Hello World with Dr. Dan video lecture series tutorials that you'll find online at hellodrdan.com. I'm going to show you how to get that source code. You'll find the free source code over on my GitHub. I'm going to show you how to get that source code up and running specifically for the C++ code. So if you look at all the code you should have downloaded, you will find a Hello Dr. Dan completed folder. Okay. Again, this video is assuming that you've already gone through some of my earlier videos. So the first video, it's assuming that you have gone through and installed the Eclipse integrated development environment. It assumes that you've installed the Java JDK to get that up and running. It assumes that you have gone through and used Git to download all of this code that you see right here. And it also assumes that you have installed the C++ compiler using the Xcode command line development tools. And finally, it assumes that you have installed the CDT, the Eclipse CDT, which stands for C Development Tools, into the Eclipse IDE. Okay, so those basically all those things occur in the previous 3 videos. If you're watching this on the course, then you've probably already gone through them. If you're finding this video on YouTube, then you'll want to check the playlist that is a part of this video. So go ahead and check the comments below. Okay, so with that said, let's go ahead and move forward. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and in my spotlight, I'm going to search for Eclipse. I'm going to go ahead and open up Eclipse. When it opens, I'm going to make sure that I select the repository for Hello Dr. Dan completed code. So go ahead and launch that. And when that launches, you should see that if you've been following along in the earlier videos, you probably already have Module 1 and Module 2, which were basic Java programs, Java projects. So in this case, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit, and I'm going to right-click, and I'm going to say New. Again, I'm over here in the Project Explorer. You probably just have could be the Package Explorer, could be the Project Explorer, depending on if you're in the Java perspective or the C++ perspective. It doesn't really matter. So anyway, I'm going to right click, I'm going to say New, and then I'm going to say Project ... You're going to want to make sure that you expand the C++ folder, and then click on the click on the C++ project. Okay, another way, just in case that's not working for you over here, you can just go up to the top of your Eclipse menu, File, New, Project. Okay, so make sure you do C++. Do not select the C/C++ project. That's a different project. Okay, so once you've selected C++ project, click Next, and you want to give it the same name as this Module 8 folder. So I'm going to go ahead and just click on it, and then Command copy that, and then I'm going to paste that name. You'll know that you've got the right name when it shows you that the directory already exists. Okay, so in the project type, you're going to want to go under the executable menu and select empty project. Over in the tool change, you'll select Mac OS X. Okay, if that's not showing, sometimes you need to uncheck and then check Mac OS X. But in this case, it will usually work, especially on the Mac. I find that to be a lot more reliable. On Windows, it's a little bit more finicky. Okay, so go ahead and click Finish. And I've already kind of done this and deleted it, so it's asking me if I want to overwrite the project, but you shouldn't have that message pop up. But if you do, just click OK. And what I can do now is dive into these folders. So you'll see there will be a headers folder and a source folder. So I'm going to open up the 4 main lessons. And you'll see I have lesson 1, 2, 3, and 4. And each of these have a main in them. Okay, if you watch the C++ video, installation video, you'll know that that's going to cause a problem, and that's what I want to show you how to fix in here. Okay, so if I want to try to run one of these programs, I'm just going to make sure I'm clicked in the lesson that I want to run, in this case lesson 1, and hit the compile button. Okay, you'll see immediately that'll create a debug folder over here, and I get some errors, 3 duplicate symbols. If I go over to problems, again, unfortunately, it's not going to tell me exactly what's wrong here if I click that. But what's wrong is in C++, at least in Eclipse, you can only have 1 file that has a main method in it in any project. So in this case, you can see that I actually have 4 files that have mains in them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and comment out these entire files. I'll do the /* at the beginning, and then a * / at the end. Go ahead and make sure you save that file. And then you're going to do the same for lessons 3 and for lessons 4. Just comment out all that code. And then finally in lesson 4, I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, so I'll go ahead and click Save All. And make sure that everything looks like it's commented out. You want to make sure that there's not some code that you kind of left out there mistakenly, because that'll cause more compiler errors. Okay, so now what I should be able to do is click on the file lesson 1 again that I want to compile. Go up to the hammer and click hammer to build it. You'll see this time build finished, 0 errors, 0 warnings. Go ahead and hit play, and you should see that, oh, well, that was a Java program. So I'm going to click one more time on my lesson 1, C++. I'm going to hit play, and this time it worked for me. Okay. If it doesn't work for some reason, usually, again, you just click on lesson 1. Sometimes this little black arrow, down arrow, you can go to run as local C++ application, and that'll usually do what you need to do to kind of get to realize, hey, I'm trying to run the C++ file. So you should be able to now go through and run this C++ program as it was designed. Okay, so hopefully that gives you a really quick picture of how to get the completed free code that you'll find on github.com for the C++ projects. If you do want to venture out into lesson 2, then you will need to comment out all the code in lesson 1 and uncomment the code in lesson 2, and so on and so forth for each of those lessons. All right, hope to see you in another video.